Just an hour from St. George is a small town, Cedar City, and every summer it comes alive with the Utah Shakespeare Festival. Hi, I'm Sharee Harris. I'm a realtor in the St. George area, and today we're talking about Cedar City and the Utah Shakespeare Festival. This has become a family tradition for us to come and see some shows. They have like a 2 o'clock matinee and an 8 p.m. showing, which sometimes can be a little rough when they end between 10 and 11 and you've got to drive back to home to St. George. So I loved being able to just spend the night here in a hotel and then get up. We were going to go do the backstage tours. Didn't get tickets in time, but we will be here for another matinee this afternoon. So excited for that. They just have lots going on here. It's a variety of Shakespeare, but also like modern classics. You've got comedies and tragedies. So there's something for everyone. But they also have seminars and workshops. And some of these seminars are like free. They have this shaded area out on the lawn where they talk about, sometimes the actors are out there talking or the creators, and they just kind of give you some of the behind the scenes or some of their history. So it's quite interesting to learn more about the plays there. Sometimes it's an overview of the play, which I love and hate because it gets me interested in shows that maybe I wasn't going to go see, but then sometimes I feel like they give away too much information. So beware when you go to those. It's been a fun couple days for us where we've been able to get more shows in. Total altitude change, so it is higher here, which means cooler during the summer, but you've got snow during the winter. This area also, the homes are a little bit cheaper than if you were buying in the St. George area, but you have to deal with the snow, so therefore I still pick St. George. But some people do like to be able to experience a more defined 4 seasons. And if that's the case, you can come to Cedar City. You still get some of that red in the mountains as you drive up to the canyons, like above Cedar City. They still have the red rock. But the characteristics of like the homes and the community is just, it really draws you in. There's a lot of old homes with like beautiful porches and pillars, and they all look a little bit different. So I really actually love driving up and down the streets here. They often have great big beautiful trees. The main street is pretty awesome. We went to a bookstore today, and next to it is also a coffee shop. And it's so cute, the way they had it decorated and fun books. And we went on down the main street and stopped into a few other shops. So you can do a lot more than go to the plays. You can explore the city as well while you're here. My kids love to come here and always look forward to the different shows. I actually haven't taken them to any of the Shakespeare ones yet, so we still need to work on that. But they have 2 or 3 theaters that you can go to here. The Randall L. Jones is like their indoor theater. So they have the outdoor theater, which is open air, but you're covered, and it's got all the modern amenities, but it's structured after the Elizabethan theaters of the past. So that's where they've got their Shakespeare plays happening. And it's beautiful. And the building is quite magnificent. This whole campus, we're actually on Southern Utah University's campus, and there's just one area of it that's really quite dedicated to the arts, where they have the theaters here. There's lots of beautiful statues. They have like an outdoor stage that is set up, and they do a green show, I think is what they call it. It's a pre-show each evening at 7:10 where you get some storytelling and music that can be quite entertaining. I feel like everything here is pretty like family friendly as well. So I've never gone to anything that I would have felt uncomfortable for my children to be with me. So shows usually start, it's like in June and goes till October, but some of the shows, they don't go the full time, so you need to check dates for beginning and ending. You don't want to come at the wrong time and miss the show that you're looking forward to. Also, when you look at tickets, I've seen them kind of like $25 to around $75, depending on where you're setting. But then there's little tricks. If you live local, and local includes surrounding counties. So St. George is in Washington County. Cedar City is in Iron County, but we're considered local. So we can get a discount half off on our tickets. So the one negative is you can't get your tickets till the morning of. So if you're a planner, that can be a little stressful because you don't really know if you're going to get your tickets. So we call when they open in the morning and let them know that we want tickets for whichever show that day. And every time we have lucked out with awesome seats at half off. They also have tickets for students. So you have to come in and verify with your student ID. Also with the resident, you have to verify that you live here, show proof of that. And so you do have to show that before you can call and schedule or get tickets for your shows. But back to the students can get this all access pass. This year was $40 and they can see all the shows for the $40. Once again, you have to wait till that morning to call and get tickets. But this has really helped us to be able to bring our whole family to see multiple shows with this all access pass. Also, when you go in to sit down, I think I should point out because I see people confused all the time. So you have alphabetical the rows, but then the numbering can be so confusing. In the middle of the theater is the number 1. And if I'm looking at the stage and I go to my right, it's going to be odd numbers. So it's going to be 3, 5, 7. And then to my left, it's 2, 4, 6. So don't think that maybe you're not sitting by whoever you've gone to the show with. And also hopefully that'll help you find your seat a little bit easier. I've never seen that before. So I found that a little confusing and see people wandering around trying to find their seat. Another cool thing about the Utah Shakespeare Festival is how they involve the children. So from St. George, my kids have had the opportunity to travel here while school's still in and do workshops and seminars to learn. My boys were into the backstage, the tech aspect of it, and so they came and learned from professionals, and so that was such a good experience for them. I've also read in the school newsletter about different dance groups, acting groups that have come to the Shakespeare Festival to compete and do workshops as well. So there's a lot of opportunity for them. They get to watch some shows and just really get immersed into the arts. So I really loved having this so close by for my children to take advantage of. Well, that's a wrap. I would encourage you to come check out the Utah Shakespeare Festival if you're in the area. And as always, if you have any questions about moving to the St. George area or Cedar City, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll talk to you soon.